Hello, good evening everybody. Welcome to the Tier 3 pre-show. Tonight we are at Belgium. And I'm also joined by three other people tonight. We have Joel, who's going to be doing commentary with me, and also Tier 3 drivers Bio and Fresh. How are you guys doing this evening?
Very well.
Yeah, not bad considering I'm about to go do Spa.
Good to be back.
Yeah, it is good to be back in Tier 3. Full grid tonight, which is probably the first time first time in a very long while anyway for Tier 3 to have a full grid. Lots
I think
of
most
new
people
drivers.
are just happy that Tier 3 survived.
Yeah, it wasn't going to be a Tier 3 at one point, and now we've got a full grid for round one, so lots of new interest in the new game and all that. But anyway, let's talk about the race in general. Who's going to do well tonight? We saw Paul and Podgy do very, very well in Tier 2 last night at Mexico. P2 for Paul and P4 for Podgy. So they're definitely ones to watch for me. All of your face as well, and DPV were very competitive. They had a good few battles last season. But any drivers you got an eye on Fresh?
I've got to be honest, I wasn't listening to the names you said because I'm getting another beer.
Obviously, we've got a couple of people dropping down from Tier 2 as well, like Bio yourself and
I think Fusion will be up there.
yours.
I do think Fusion.
Yeah, Fusion game up.
No, Joel's got a list. We were talking about it before.
Yeah, very
yeah,
long
okay.
list actually. I think
Yeah, most
Go on then.
of Tier 3, I think that list was.
the title contenders. I've got Dylan, DPV, who won the constructors last season. All over your face, who's my former teammate. Obviously Paul, Podgy, and then Fusion rounds up my list. So 6 drivers on mine. There can probably be more on there, to be honest.
Yeah, Fusion Gamer, he did okay-ish in Tier 2 last season, but the season before that he was in Tier 3, and he got 8 poles in that season, so he was probably the fastest driver that season, but for one reason or another, like crashing on the finish line.
May have to start
didn't
calling
get
him
the
Mr.
win.
Thursday.
Yeah. But I think All Your Face is going to be a really good contender. Also had Poe, who was quite close last season, but he only had 3 podiums and no wins. And Mr. Unknown won that one in the end, who's now with Tier 2.
It is a learning curve this year. Obviously, I mean, not even talking about the patch that came out not days ago that completely wiped everyone's understanding of what was going on. But obviously, it's not 1 through 10 anymore with wings, so it's a little bit difficult to get a hold on that. At least I'm struggling with that still.
Yeah, the patch has really thrown a spanner in the works for most people's setups and all that. You hadn't had much time to tune in your setup. But Bio, how are you feeling going down to Tier 3? Do you feel like you got the pace?
Before I did these time trials, I was looking forward to it. But now I know my pace, not as much looking forward to it.
No, you only know your time trial pace.
Well, even in that practice session that we just did there, it wasn't looking good. So I think
It wasn't
we're
looking
both
good for a
hoping
lot of people, though, to be fair.
We're both hoping for a bit of rain, aren't we, Crash?
Yes, definitely hoping for some rain.
Yeah, of course, but Belgium is famous for them wet races, so it would be no surprise to see at least some rain tonight in qualifying or
I
during
think
the
it will
race.
make it more fun, especially if it's a wet qualifying. Poe started off the practice with a bit of wet, and it was just fastest lap for this person, fastest lap for that person. It was really competitive there for a bit.
Yeah, somebody was dominating it, I heard. I can't remember who, though.
Yeah. Go on, say his name. It's fine. We can say his name.
I think we should get him on the pre-show. That's the.
Oh, I
that's
think he's
the
already
one we're
here.
talking to. Oh, is it? Who's that? Is it you?
I mean, I only got 3 fastest laps. It's fine.
Why? I didn't see it.
If it is
I don't know
wet,
who
you'd be
your
looking
words
for
are.
your first podium and first win, wouldn't you, Fresh?
Yes. Well, do you know what? It nearly came last season, or was it the season before?
Well, yeah, you got it in Brazil, didn't you?
I nearly got it at Brazil.
Almost.
I got a speeding penalty in the pit lane because the line wasn't there and it was wet.
I know
That
you,
was a
you
great
love
race
to
for me.
you love to hold that over the tier 2 drivers you did.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first spot of rain, all of you jumped in the pits. I judged it to perfection there.
Well, you had
I believe
nothing to lose,
Akflasher won that
and
race, didn't
you
he?
got it
In
perfect.
the end.
He did Akflasher. He's back on the grid tonight.
He's in my honourable
another
mentions.
potential.
Flasher.
Who was it that
Yeah.
would have won that race? Though was it Fitzy and he crashed just before the line?
I believe so.
Yeah, Fitzy
Yeah,
span
because
round the last corner.
was it France the other track it happened, and they were quite close to each
Oh,
other.
well, that
I'm
was
pretty
with
sure.
Fusion, who was racing tonight. So he'll be
Yeah, that
hoping
was
to not do that
Fusion.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
think they were both like
Yeah.
quite.
We
One,
don't
one
ever
after the
forget
other.
that, however.
No, that is now 7GL law.
History.
Much like I missed
Uh,
someone at Mexico, who I tried
I
to
wasn't
bring
going to
up
bring
last
it up. I wasn't going to bring it up. I do think we have got it this season. So if I do a pre-show, it'll probably be that. I think we've got Mexico, haven't we?
Talking about what's on the calendar, what do you two have down as your strongest track so far? If you've done any.
Well,
night. I mean, if it rains tonight, probably for me.
for me, if it wasn't the second track, we've got Singapore next. I think if Singapore wasn't the second track of a new game, I'd back myself. But probably Austria. I think it's quite near the end, and I'm hoping to learn wheel by then. I'll be on it hopefully by then. Should enjoy that one.
Austria.
round 11, Austria, I
Yeah.
think.
Monza probably for me.
That's what I'm not looking forward to.
I feel like a lot of people like Monza. I like Monza less with this game because obviously you've got the 0-0 wing thing now. But
Yeah.
Speaking of that,
Yeah,
fresh.
one thing I was going to mention earlier was All of Your Face has 100% podium finishes in Tier 3 in his first 5 races, which I was going to mention earlier, of my title contenders. So you'd be trying to keep that up tonight.
let's put a bit of pressure on him. Love it, Jake. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Got some very
Yeah.
strong constructor partnerships this year as well, actually.
Mm.
And then some on my
Uh,
list, notable ones were Red Bull, Alfa Romeo, and Alpine.
I don't know if you boys are looking at the chat, but Mr. Peter Rabbit has said that Joel's mic is a bit crackly, so he might have to leave and rejoin once we're done here.
I will do that. Going back to the track and the stats I've got down. Another 7GR stat. Poe P2 and a pole in season 6 around this track. So a bit of form there for Poe. And also Paul was P2 last season.
Yeah, it's looking good
I
for
think-
Paul. He's finally got a good teammate by his side. I reckon he can take it this year.
I think that was the one me and Joel commentated with Stan.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
That was a good time. That was a good race.
I believe
Yeah,
Dylan
only
was
a
doing
few
well in
assists,
that
though.
race. till,
He was, and we mentioned it quite a bit, and he ended up doing not so well.
Looking for a win today, I think, for Dylan.
I think he's very strong this year.
How many wins has Dylan got? 3?
I can have a quick look.
I think it's 3. Memory serves.
I think
Tier 3 wins. No, 1 win for Dylan. Could be, that's a tier 3 win, that is, though. Whereas 2 wins, so 1 in tier 2, which was Portugal, I think, and then Brazil last season, the final race.
Brazil. Can't remember that. I remember if I was there.
Yeah, final race, last race of the season. Yeah, so Dylan was the winner last
I think
time
you
out.
were a reserve for that one, Fresh. I don't believe you raced that one.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Flasher, though.
Fusion Game also got a pole round here on his 8 poles this season. So there's a lot of potential challenges tonight. I think it'll be a very close at the top between DPV, All Your Face, Paul. I think Podgy's going to be up there as well. It's going to be hard to predict the podium, but
What about
Finish it in a
constructors?
minute, but
Who are we
we'll-
thinking for? Who do we think's got the strongest team?
I think
There's a few good mentions in there. You got Alpine, Aston Martin. You're welcome, Luke.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm going to back Aston Martin if we can get
Red
consistent
Bull,
I was
points.
about to say Aston Martin as well.
McLaren.
Consistent points. I'm used to being
Alfa
carried
Romeo
to
as well.
constructors. I'm not used to being the number one pot driver. You know, I've had 2 constructors championships, arguably carried to both of them.
No.
So I'm not looking forward to being on the pot one, expected to get the points for the team. I think Scott's going to do better than me tonight and probably throughout the rest of the season.
Kunich, I didn't bottle it. Sorry, he's in the Twitch channel.
Talking about teammates, how happy are you two with your 2 selected teammates?
I am ecstatic.
I'm happy. I hope he's happy with me. I mean, I think despite being pot one, I'm feeling very much like the Saka driver right now. Just
I feel like I've been
based on what I know
teammates
my pace so
with
far.
Paul for ages anyway, because I had, obviously last season I had Pete as a teammate and we'd all be in a party together anyway, so... Pete has now ditched me for Dylan, probably an upgrade on his part.
Dylan's looking very strong. I'm backing Dylan.
But no, I'm very happy with Paul. He showed a lot of pace last night. We won't go too far into that, because otherwise people will be calling for him to get promoted to Tier 2, and I don't want to lose my teammate.
Yeah, that was a very good performance. But we're going to wrap it up in a minute, so we'll go through who's going to win. Your prediction. We'll start off with Joel. Winner
Well,
tonight.
luckily I've got the first pick, and I'm going to go with Dylan.
Oh, that's a good shout. Bio.
I'm going to go with Dylan as well. This is looking very much like when we played him last time on comms. I hope we don't jinx him.
2 votes for Dylan. Fresh, who are you going for?
I mean, naturally as a driver I've got to back myself, but if something weird happens and I don't win, I'm going to go with Fusions, I think.
Not your teammate.
I think we'll get P2.
Okay.
That's a cop out, Fresh. You know that's a cop out.
He's going to hate me.
I am going to go for all over your face. That's who I'm going for.
Well,
I almost said Woody Ketchup, but I got a feeling he's going to do well tonight.
would he catch up soon?
Yeah, he's reserving in the Mercedes tonight.
Nice.
So
Racing.
I've got no clue of the grid, I can't lie.
Woody Ketchup did have a lot of pace. Obviously, it's a new game, so it's hard to tell, but he did have a lot of pace on the odd game that he raced, I think, last season. I don't think he was around too much last season.
Yeah, and if I do remember correctly, I think he did.
Oh, have we
well.
mentioned the newbies to the league? Or did I miss
Yeah, we've got Paloma.
that?
Fresh, you're here as a driver.
Hmm?
You're here as a driver, but your commentary instincts are taken over. It's a wonderful sight.
Let's hope you won't have to join us on commentary later, like last
Yeah,
season.
I will be seeing you boys again in
Yeah,
about 10 minutes.
might see you in a couple of laps. Could have an early bath like Stan from qualifying.
Oh, my Discord's.
Who knows, if it's Luke that takes me out, we may not be as friendly when the next time you hear from us.
Yes, we will. You know, you want to start the back with me anyway. We both know it.
Well, depends on the
So
weather.
your Discord's just stopped working.
Nope. Mine's fine.
Yeah, I believe mine's
Can't
still
see the message.
working.
Can you tag Jay Hutchison in the tier 3 chat?
I will do it
For
for
some
you.
reason, it won't let me send a
I
message.
have. Wait, doesn't he have 2?
No, I can
No, it doesn't.
do it the other one.
Alright.
Because that's the last person we're waiting for. Oh, there you go. Whoa, loads of messages come through.
Alright, Jay,
There's
calm
the
it down.
Dylan. I've just had the Dylan good luck message.
Oh yeah, there's the Dylan good luck. I swear, he has this on like a timer. He's not actually doing it.
He's got an AI. He's got a Discord bot doing it for him.
He's got an
We still
alarm
appreciate
going.
it. Lovely guy, Dylan is.
We'll have to
I'm
build a
surprised-
statue somewhere.
I've got
won't
to be
we?
honest, I'm surprised I got a good luck from him because I was the only one here that didn't vote for him.
That's how nice he is.
I hope he wasn't listening because we've jinxed him. And if he doesn't listen, he'll never know.
Oh, Jake will do that anyway. As Kunich in for the tier 1 race, you don't even have to say it anymore. Just put
I'll
the camera on them
top it.
and they'll spin.
Yeah, it was a Toto last night.
Konich was just doing it in quali in tier 1 the other night, and people were dropping like flies.
I mean, I'm hoping to see a bit more at the start tonight. I know the formation lot's been a bit buggy.
Yeah,
So,
we're gonna ditch the formation lap tonight.
yeah.
Hopefully
I
that
think
yeah,
it's
fixes
good
the
our
view.
patch
problem.
broke it all.
Yeah, I saw.
I don't think.
Thomas had a hard time on it yesterday.
Looking good,
Jake
Thomas,
Hutchin.
wasn't he?
Yeah, good pace. Bit
What we
Scary.
should
scary.
say
BM.
the cut-off is, Jake, before we bring in one of the reserves.
Yeah, 2035. I'm giving him till.
Who is Elvis Chunk? Did I just miss that ticket?
That's Woody Capture's friend.
Alright. Oh, and another question, while I've got you here. I think it's a question we've all been asking for a while now. Who is Dan 7GR? Has that been a name change?
That is Danny Jones.
Ah, okay.
Who's quite new to the league.
There's too many Dans.
There is a lot of Dans.
Especially in tier 3. I think that's the only way
It's a
the
nightmare
Dans
for
are,
the commentary
actually.
team.
Well, now we've got 2 Kierans as well in tier 1
Yes, which
as well.
Pete has put as thing 1 and thing 2, apparently. I said why not just call him Kieran 7GR, but apparently that was too much of a mouthful.
I think me and Freshboat think there should be a Vaughan in tier 1 as well, but that's another discussion, isn't it? Good win for him
Oh,
last
yeah.
night.
A rumour in
We
the
could be here
paddock.
for hours. Maybe in the post-race, though, if we ever do that. We'll get into that.
Maybe next season if he wins another championship.
But rumour has it that Jake has just bought a new car with the money that Vaughan paid him to not be in tier 1.
Oh, even with Vaughan yesterday, it was like a Yarno win from Piaget's. You know, he didn't have the pace, but he got the strategy right on the sauce. It was a good win from Vaughan.
Yeah.
The safety
Yeah,
car
Money
was
Boy,
very
yeah.
nice to him, wasn't it?
I know,
It
we
was-
can't
it was
call him
almost
Vaughan anymore,
perfect.
remember? He's got a new 7GR nickname, Mrs. Puff.
Yeah,
Matt
this is
Eagle.
tough.
He's very much in love with himself.
Mm-hmm.
But if he keeps winning, you know, it's hard to deny him that.
There's a big ego in every tier. We won't go through the names to insult them, but
Tier 3 is very much known, and I wonder if he'll deliver tonight. all eyes on him, see if he'll deliver tonight.
Little dark horse while we're just sat here. I reckon Richie Chappell's going to have a good season, you know?
yeah,
Done a social race with him the other night, and round Miami. And he held good pace.
I don't think
Not
I
too
had
many
him.
spins.
Did he gap you?
Yeah.
Did he gap you, Joel?
We'll leave that to
He definitely
The
did.
myth.
I think Kunich's time trial pace. I saw the 7GR Twitter post the other day, and my jaw dropped when I saw that time. You know, that was a very competitive time from Kunich. I think he can do some good tonight. He's
Putting
one
it
of
out
those
there.
consistent
I
drivers
think
as well.
I think this will be the closest championship we're going to have this year in terms of points at the end of the season.
Well, it was last season where
Yeah.
tier 3 went on for a whole round more than the other two.
26 points was the gap at the end of last season.
Only thing is, it's 16 races this season.
15.
15, yeah.
15, apologies. Don't know why I'm
Still
trying
more
to
than last season.
It's gonna be-
Luke's trying to add on another race.
I'm happy to take one off, don't worry.
Is is anyone else seeing a lot of different coloured connection bars, or is that just me?
I thought it was
Yeah.
just me, to be fair.
That's just standard now, I think.
I'm just
Oh,
shocked.
Just take it with a pinch of salt.
So
Just
what?
tell Pete the lobby and we're ready to go. So,
Wait, have we
I think we'll
got
end
the
it
Jay
there.
Hutchin?
no, we just have to go with 19, I'm afraid.
Okie dokie.
So, good luck, chaps.
Okay,
I'm
cheers,
sure
Rob.
we'll be
So-
speaking to you again in a couple laps.
And I might have Joe coming in.
Where is Joe? I don't think I have Joe added as a friend.
Well, he's on F1.
Is he?
That'll be a debut
Yeah.
for him tonight, won't it?
Yeah, invite him to a lobby if you've got him as a friend.
Oh, he's raced
Yeah,
before,
we'll
hasn't he? Sanders?
I don't believe
No,
so.
no, he always bottled it. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. He's
Was
always
he not
bottled
at, was he not at China a couple of seasons ago?
it. No,
Bottling must
he's
run
always-
in the friendship group. Hey, bye.
Without a doubt. Just like when it's last night, I didn't even see what happened, but he bottled it.
I think we both did in the McLaren last night.
It wasn't a great day, was it? A lot of talk, you know, a lot of talk beforehand about the McLaren Dream Team. Yet to see it, Joel.
Oh, I'm still a believer. In fact, I'm going to
Just got to put some WD-40 on it.
Can you
It's
get,
glue
can you
when
get
it's to
names
the
on the
track.
back of F1 shirts?
I don't think so.
Ah.
Right,
Can you get
invite him now.
numbers?
We'll open the lobby again.
I think you can get numbers on the front, maybe.
Joel,
I think it's just.
what's your number?
I think it's just set numbers, is it not? For the driver partnership.
There we go.
That's a shame.
There we go. Joe making his 7-yard debut.
Is he in?
Last minute call.
Sanders
Okay.
is here.
Oh, Fresh, we'll get him in a party with Scott as well.
I will be with Paul.
Oh, hurts.
I'm going to be with my teammate. It's going to be tactical.
That hurts. I
Sorry.
don't even have... Joel, can you, like... I don't have Scott as a friend.
Oh right, okay. I think he has you. I'll get him to send you an invite.
Oh,
Alright,
now
thank
that
you.
is harsh.
That's not harsh. We had to come together at Austria before. In Flappers. You know, it's never been the same since.
Yeah, there's one.
Right,
to
there we
watch
go.
as
Boys
Dan's
are ready
on.
up now.
Right. Have a good
Okay,
stream,
cheers,
boys.
Rob.
Good luck, chaps.
Good luck, Fresh.
Yeah, see you out there.
And we'll be right back.
I'm sure you won't
for
see
some
me.
qualifying. Hello and welcome back to Tier 3 Round 1. Rounding off the week in 7GR. Joined tonight by Joel from Tier 2. Join him in the Cosbox. How are you, sir? Yeah, this should be a good race. Always is around Belgium. I suspect a safety car too, like it normally comes out around here quite often. Well, it did on the last game at least. First out on track is Lyons, who's very quick out there. And what's up with Dan? Has he crashed already? Out the pits? In the McLaren? He's right on board. Yeah, there he is. He's got he's got no front right wheel. So I think that was the quickest DNF I've ever seen. Once he caught up. Oh, there's another one. Fresh. Fresh nearly went there. He smashed his wing up, and then reset the game reset him to track. That's why Dan's is over there as well. Sorry, just looking at him. lost 2 drivers already. Let's see, we're on board with Lyons because he actually invalidated his lap. We're on board with him. So, let's see what we're going to do here. I think we have some wrong lobby settings. Let me have a look. No, not there. Where are we? Yeah, medium traction. Should be on full. So may have to restart this lobby. So we're going to delay. That is probably why a few people crashed already. Especially Dan's are fresh out the pits. But we're going to restart the lobby. So we'll be right back again. Hello and welcome back for Tier 3. This is take 2 of tonight. Just had to reset the lobby because Pete decided to forget to change the traction control settings. Hence why Dan's and Fresh and Bio and everybody else is spinning everywhere. But right, here we go again. So I think Lions is first out again.
He wants that stream time.
Yeah. People do rush out to get them. But Lions did race with us last season, season before. But tonight, I think he downloaded the game, what, hour and a half ago, something like that. So this is literally probably his first race on this game. Not even like a 5-lapper or anything.
Interesting to see how he does.
Yep, and you can see everybody eager to go, lots of cars out. There's only a few people sitting in the pits. Dan's has made it past pit exit. He's now in sector 2. So I think these guys have got to be, watch out to give themselves enough room for their hot lap. Otherwise, we might see some blocking going on. But everybody will be on a hot lap, so they won't be doing too much wrong.
Not really a sort of track that benefits it too much, but I don't think that we've seen too many teammates towing each other, although in the practice lobby I believe the McLarens are giving it a go.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, yeah, the tow's not too powerful in this game, but it will gain you a tenth or two, I'd have thought. So let's go on board with Lions then. He's about to start first lap Tier 3 this season. See how he gets on. So down to turn 1. Heavy braking. Hairpin. So we head to El Rouge. Funny kind of time of the day, I think it must be morning or something. Sun bearing down there. Lifted off there, up El Rouge. Using flat out cars. So no one's. Yeah, that's game. So we're now heading into Sector 2, or in Sector 2, sorry. 30 point something there for Sector 1.
Hasn't had too much time on the game, but I can see he's sporting his Irish helmet.
Yeah, probably spent all the time doing that. Oh yeah, I see it now. That looks pretty cool actually, I like that. Oh, and twisted down tyres on the session. So he's lost it in Sector 2 somewhere.
Oh!
The Altarian Sales Lions, he's crashed. Big crash as well. And seeing Lions and Twisted Dan's offline session, so that means the Haas of Podgy Porter, as you mentioned, reached a very, very good race to 2 last night. P4. Tier 2 boys. I'm surprised to see him on the podium tonight.
Championship contender in my opinion, if he can put it all together this season.
Sets a 45.3 to start things off.
Ooh, and Poe is backwards. He's had a spin in the same place as Lion. Maybe that's a tricky spot in the track at the minute. Just coming out of Sector 2 into 3.
Dan's still going to set their times 2 and 3. And then a few cars. There we go. Fusion Gamer we mentioned got 8 poles last time he was in Tier 3. 44.7. It's probably more of a
quicker
benchmark. Yeah. It's quite a big gap on the first run. But only a few cars have set a time.
Bio coming. No, he's not coming through to finish a lap. He's gone into the pits. Maybe a bit of damage.
Validations. So I think it's the Red Bull next, of Paul. another one who performed very well in Tier 2. P2, just behind Vaughan.
He's just gone purple in
Yes.
sector 2.
Yeah. That was sector 2. Oh,
Not really the outright pace there, but always seems to find himself at the front, I think. Or his race pace is very strong.
yeah, he definitely showed it last night. P14 on the qualifying last night.
I think his strategy jumped as well. He went very long on one of the tyres. And he's got second after that. That's a loss of time.
Scotty starting a lap, and then we have, I think, Paloma is the next one, making his 70-yard debut. Dutchman.
A lot of Dutch in
Dutchman.
this league, yeah.
Yeah. DPV, one of them in this lobby.
All very nice people, I
Yeah.
thought, though.
Yeah. So here he comes, his first time in 70-yard, and it's P2. 45.2. So,
Competitive time, that.
yeah, it's a very got some improvement as well, but a lot of these guys have backed out on their lap or invalidated, so they're going to be struggling a bit for track limits or made a few mistakes.
I think,
Finch, another one who's invalidated.
I think Scott's the only one on the lap at the minute. Will be the first to come round and set the time, at least.
Just got him in. The Aston Martin this season.
A car I'm very fond of, the Aston Martin. Good memories of that one, season 4.
Yeah.
My former teammate of that
Looking at-
season will lower your
so-
face going tonight. Is he?
Yeah,
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
he is
In the Alpha Tower. Didn't see him for a
just
minute.
starting a lap, I think. Red Bull behind, just getting a little bit of toe. Who's that? Lap anyway.
I think he may have just let Scott through.
P5 Scotty then, 45.6. So Fusion Gamer still the only driver in the 44s.
Anyone you think who can probably get into the 44s with him?
I think Oya Face will. He's validated this lap quite early on as well, so he must have done that at Belle Rouge.
If Max Slasher can keep up his pace from the season before, I think he could probably get in there as well. I haven't seen many time trials from him as of yet.
Definitely has the pace, outflash it, be up there.
And maybe Poe as well, actually.
Set a lap yet. We'll do an on board for the rest of this lap for Poe. Let's see how he gets on. And he had a previous pole here in one new commentator or I commentator, I can't remember. It was called wet quali, and then Poe went on to the softs right at the end, and he was the only driver to set a time on the dries.
Yeah,
And
I
he
think
got
that
like
was
pole by
last
about
season.
7 seconds.
I think that was last season when me, Byron, I know on commentary.
Oh,
Oh,
there we go.
that won't be a pole
spun
time.
around. Quite a commonplace spin there. Turn 13, 12.
Very close to Mercedes. And Bio's had an off as
Dylan.
well.
Long lap, he just set a purple first. With him.
In the Alpine with Koenig this season. Quite a strong driver
Yeah,
pair
I
up, I
think-
think.
Hope Dylan does well. He does go a bit wide there. He lifted off quite a lot to avoid the invalidation. That would have definitely cost him a couple of tenths up. Keeps it nice and tight through there as well.
Koenig has just dropped into P6 with that lap he's just done. 45.9.
8 minute second session, and there's only 9 drivers who've managed to set a time, which is quite surprising.
People leaving it late for the track evolution may be using a couple of shots in the race.
So track limits maybe we might see get decided with penalties. Here comes Dylan into the line, and there we go. Dylan on provisional pole, 44.6. A really good lap there from Dylan, despite making that mistake as well. So definitely time to find.
And as Fusion comes out of the pits just in front of him.
Early prediction, Dylan to win the race is looks like a good bet so far. Here comes one of my mentions, Dylan, not Dylan, Woody Ketchup next across the line in Mercedes. Let's see how he can do.
I've noticed quite a lot of drivers having that little red light flashing in the bottom of their telemetry at the bottom with a little fuel light flashing running.
Oh, well, he's done the same as Lyons, but he's managed to keep it out the wall.
That corner must be quite a challenge.
Yeah, I think it might be like a Spain turn 3 where it might have been flat out before the patch, and now it's you have to lift it off or change your setup to people adjust. Bad date, it's got McLaren up anyway. Have a Mercedes DPV. This is one you want to watch here. He should be up there based on last season's pace.
Third in the championship, I think.
Yeah,
Was it last season for him?
2 poles last season as well. It's looking good.
I'm third in this
It's
race
P3.
last season as well. DPV. Third last season.
Yeah.
Spa.
He's a very quick driver. He definitely a title contender for me. Almost gets into the 44s. Still a decent lap though.
Oh, and I've just skipped to Paloma, who has just crashed out of the session. In an odd spot.
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. That one. Maybe he took too much curve there and then.
That's unfortunate, because I could have seen them getting in the 44s maybe, with a slight improvement.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad first lap. Showing what you can do. So he's spun off at turn 12.
Flasher.
On board with Dan, who just set a purple second sector. That doesn't mean too much on this game, but it's like a fake purple sector. I think it's just like a personal best. I can't imagine it'd be too hard to get them set the colours right when you like set the fastest sector of the session. Dan does jump up to P10 from P11, yeah. Only 11 drivers set a time.
All over your face is on a lap on the lead. Bios on that. Hose on that. Oh, and I just skipped to him and he span.
Again, the same place as last lap before. And potentially rear wing damage, they just hit the wall. It's also made the tyres flip over nearly.
I've been a shocker qualifying, I feel, if you can't get a lap in. Oh, and that's an invalidation for Scott on the final corner, which would have been a 45.4, so he would have improved by 2/10. Exactly, actually.
Yeah, would have stayed P7, so not the end of the world for Scotty. But it is going to be close for these guys. We've got half the grid, not set a time, and there's only time for lap now, so let's see, I think we've got 3 minutes left.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, so that's 1 lap now, with your cooldown times with the new ERS.
Yep, Richie Chappell then. Hopefully he's going to set his first time of the night.
Oh, Flash has gone again. Through Radion this time. Not Radion.
Big lock up through the bus stop chicane, and that is Richie Chappell qualifying over because that'll be invalidating the next lap as well. Yep, so Richie Chapel, no time set this session.
If he has no fuel, I don't think he's got any fuel left either. So even if there was a chance of him getting round, I think, yeah, I don't think he's running enough fuel to go again.
He's set himself up for another run. He's about to start his final flying lap. Is that
Bio just coming through sector 2.
flash around again?
That's what Bio can do if he can get a lap in.
Oh, Dylan now starting his final lap. See if he can improve on that provision pole. Try and cement it. He said Bio is next. Bio. It's Scotty next, but he said he's invalidated. Yeah, Bio is the next one.
It said purple sector 2 for him, but I think we have to take that with a pinch of salt these days.
Yeah.
Is that car in front of him going to give him some dirty air? Nope. Move out of the way.
At least it's going to be a time on the board, no matter what it is, but it's looking fairly decent. It's P8 for Bio.
Just picked his teammate.
45.5.
Sting was just retired.
Ketchup starting his final lap as well. So it's the Haas next of Podgy Porter, and he's pretty much dead even with his time in sector 2. So I don't think he's going to find 3/10 here. Jump up anywhere, might jump his teammate. It's going to be a pole position. See if he can find 3 or 4. Well, about 8/10 on a stop chicane.
He'd need a rocket ship coming out the back of that Haas in order to get that quick.
Here he comes in, he does jump his teammate up to P5.
He got P4 there, he's only just a little bit off. Not a bad effort there from Podgy.
Actually a bit late, he's now starting his final lap, and Dylan improves his own time, cements that provisional pole, 44.5.
I don't think Poe's going to get a lap in because he's invalidated. I don't think he's got enough time to get back around. It's about 15 seconds.
Yes.
And that is a big shock.
No, 10
Fresh
seconds to get
doesn't
around,
get
that's definitely going to happen.
Fresh doesn't get a time in either, he's just tired, I think. And no, Poe's not got a time in. So that was a big for the front runners.
Yeah, fair few drivers not even set a time. So
Would he catch up coming round now?
yeah, he'll do well tonight. Let's see if he can get his Mercedes up there. It's not the best of laps, it's good enough for P12.
It's a time nonetheless. The buyer comes through now. No, he doesn't even.
Oh,
It'll have to
he's
be.
up on his time. Can potentially get P2. No, he's backed off. He was up in set 2, but must have made a mistake somewhere along the line. Fusion Gamer, currently P2. No, he's backed out as well.
DPV, I believe.
DPV, 3/10 up. This one could be the one.
I believe he's the only one that can beat Dylan to pole. So he'd have to find 2/10 in the final sector. But we've seen stranger things happen.
Well, I think he was like 3/10 up on his time. So it's going to be close, I reckon.
It's looking good. Oh!
Oh, he only improved by 1/10 in the end, so he had a very bad last sector.
He did have a wiggle coming out of the chicane, I noticed. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if he'd lose too much time out of that, but clearly he did. That's quali over, I think.
Yeah, so Dylan on pole for the well, it's definitely his first tier 3 pole. Let's have a look. I can't remember Dylan getting a pole. I think it might be his first pole. Yes, it is. So 94 rating. It's taken Dylan to get his first pole position. It's come to Belgium.
I couldn't think of anyone more deserving of a first. Fresh, maybe Fresh would want to be put in there.
Yeah, well, Fresh. Oh yeah, no time for fresh either. P19 he'll start.
I think that's the first time we've had that many drivers not set a time in quali.
Yeah, so it's not doing well for the race, so they're going to be struggling with track limits. But there is the grid if you want to do the honours of running down the grid order for us, Joel.
So it'll be Dylan on pole, Fusion Gamer second, Paul third, DPV in P4, Podgy P5, Paloma P6 on their debut, All Over Your Face P7, followed by the two Aston Martins of Bio and then Scotty. Joe on his debut in Tier 2, Tier 3, sorry, is in P10. Kuninch, Woody Ketchup, Dan's Man, Stingers. Following him will be the people who didn't set a time, so it'll be Twisted Dan, Flasher, Richie Chappell, Lions, Fresh, and Poe.
Poe's going to be very disappointed to start the grid.
The interesting strategy. I know a couple of people who started at the back in Tier 2 yesterday, thought they had pace, went for a soft on the first run to try and get themselves back where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, strategy's going to be an interesting one. It's a fairly long pit lane, but the entry quite slow as well, ain't you?
Yeah, quite a lot. We've seen crashes into that pit lane before as well.
Yeah, and
Might cause a stop to be long.
the cold tyres as well. It's going to be a struggle. The undercut might work because you could. There's not too many. It's only El Rouge really.
That'd be the real
Tyres.
test of the tyres, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's not circuits where you sort of come out of the pits and then you just instantly turn into turn ones. So it might work around here.
Unfortunately
Better
for the
tracks.
drivers, they haven't got the old pit set up Eau Rouge where they just go in a straight line. Followed that, it might be a few penalties coming through.
I didn't see anyone spin Rouge, which is normally happened last game. But I feel like the car's more there. I hadn't tried it since the patch though, but
Hopefully it's not great when you get drivers retiring. We like to see everyone fit.
yeah. Belgium for me is a bit of it's either a really good race or a lot of DNS and a lot of safety cars. For some reason, safety car loves coming out of its track for no reason or for every crash.
It's one of the longer track. I believe it's the longest track on the calendar, isn't it?
It could, yeah.
Just makes the race a little bit longer,
30 something. Right, yeah.
especially if it's a race. Then that seems to drag ages.
Yeah. I think it's 22 laps around here. Is it 50%?
A couple of people go for a two-stop if there's a safety car.
Also, games being weird. He's just stuck on the. Let's have a quick look at the race right there. Oh, yeah, now I'm stuck as well. There we go. So twice.
Oh, here we
So
go.
Paul might be going for softs. Paloma on the softs. And Kuninch on the softs at the minute. And as mentioned, you have Poe and Fresh on the softs right at the back of the grid as well.
The reason of not getting a lap in right at the end was he was ready to come out. His teammate came into the pits just was about to go out. As I expected, yeah, people on the softs going to try and work their way through the pack. I expect the soft to be quite a good pace advantage over harder tyres. But if he gets caught in a little DRS, then especially today, it's hard to overtake around Mexico. This track's four corners.
Well, last game the softs only lasted about 4 laps, and the tyre got worse on here. Got 3 seconds. Formation laps, we're going straight into it. For hopefully, I'm lucky we might actually see a start of the race on stream. Unless anything happens. There we go. And
There's the lights.
I've got no sound, but we're 5 lights, and away we go. It's a very poor start from DBV, and the Mercedes A has already dropped down a position.
Oh, and Dylan. Dylan's dropped to third.
Fusion Gamer in the lead at turn 1. There's a few banging the wheels I can hear there, but it is Fusion Gamer who leaves us up El Rouge. He had a very good start. Let's have a look at position changes, get all this stuff up. Dylan had a very poor start in the world. Who else had a good start? Fresh up 6 places. These soft tyres. Is Dylan on the Haas? Oh, and actually, Podgy Porter gets past all of your face who's take. This problem with no formation out here. I've got to talk about the settings during the race. Bio passed Joe's, or is he? And as Joe tries around the outside. Bio ahead.
That's off the start. It's Joe. Oh, Joe's ran out. Don't believe there's any contact. I don't think. Too wide. It does look like
in the end, there's only Paloma, Fresh, and Poe on the sauce. Paul decided against it.
I think we're all through with no damage though, which is good. Bio dropping down.
Everyone in the train, apart from Joe, who had a little spin.
Bio, the only driver on hards.
Oh, there we go.
that's
We've
Fresh.
talked too soon. Fresh has retired, and that brings out VSC.
He did say in the pre-race show that he might be joining us after a couple of laps. And well, not gone to plans for him. But he'll be glad to know that the season's been extended this year to 15 rounds, so it shouldn't harm him too much.
Yep, and is that a McLaren in the pits? It is. Dan's as I try and take advantage of this VSC. He has got a wing coming, so he did get wing damage. He is missing the front left end plate. It doesn't affect you too bad this year, the wing damage, but if there's a VSC, you might as well go for it. It's hard, might even last at the end.
That front bunch is all very close, from about first down to about 9th, 10th. They're all bunched up. Oh, up to P12.
Yeah, on those sauce, he's going to be aggressive off the bat.
I don't think Bio would make it easy for him to get past there. I'm not sure he
DVV,
can
I
do
think.
much.
Or Sedan is a drive through just as we go green. I think Richie Chappell did the same, did he? It's like a penalty. Yeah, Richie Chappell got a drive through as well.
Oh, shame.
So let's go on board with Paloma for a few corners. He's on the sauce, he's going to be aggressive, he's got all over face in front of him.
Also got a penalty. I think that's might be track limits. No, that's a drive through for Paloma as well, so that's a spanner in proceedings.
3 drivers getting drive-throughs.
I noticed yesterday around Mexico that it was very sudden. As soon as you don't really get much of a warning anymore. Scott's picked up a time penalty.
The arrest is enabled, so Podgy gets past Dylan into turn 1.
Lap 10 to 13, I've just got at the bottom of my screen for medium runners pit stops. So,
That right halfway through the race.
like you said, the time where you could probably stretch the mediums for a little bit longer.
We have a yellow flag
I think it's twisted
as
hands.
he's on board with Dylan, who just passed Podgy back into P3, and all your face might even have a go here at Podgy as well. He's going to follow Dylan through. Podgy, good defence there, a little bit of contact pushes Woody Face a little bit wide. Wrong with that.
Another move was Woody Ketchup getting past Scott down the straight. The two Mercedes are after Scott now. His former
Switch the
teammate
ball now,
Koenig.
just switch that one.
Koenig is caught up. Good to see this.
It's on the map there. Had the bio train, and Poe has got past, so he's going to be trying to catch the top 9 out now. But it looks like Bio holding up the rest of the pack a little bit on those hards. The only driver on the hards that's in the mix.
He'll be looking for a strong end to the Grand Prix.
Oh, and then who's that? That's Poe.
That's where we saw him lose it in quali.
Yeah, he does not like that corner, does he? 12 and 13. Too loose on the rear.
Oh, Twisted Dan's is going up the inside, but he's got no wing.
Gets the move done though.
I think we might see him peel off into the pits in a minute.
So back in the front we have Dylan, Paul, Fuse Gamer getting away from Podgy.
Well, Koenig gets past Scott into turn 1. I think it might be worth the undercut for Dylan because he's just set the fastest lap, but he might be getting a little bit hold up by the two in front. He is running with less ERS though at the minute, so might have burned. There's Paul's probably going to look for a move, maybe, is he? Oh, the tyre banging. He's had to back out.
Less than enough on it. Woody Ketchup gets past his teammate. DPV struggling for race pace, it looks like.
On a bit of a battle charge, Woody Ketchup at the minute, getting past Scott and then his teammate within the space of 2 laps.
Yeah, Woody Ketchup on the charge. Woody Face still on the back of Podgy. He's another one he's used quite a lot of ERS.
He's the biggest winner so far. Woody Ketchup up 6 places since the start of the race. Good for your prediction.
Yeah. Top 9 looking fairly close, and then we have a big gap back to Bio, who's on those hards of course, but there's still some battles here. Got Joe trying to get past Richie, as I thought he was about to get the backers in there, but manages to stop in time.
I think a gamble which hasn't really paid off for Bio so far. I think he would have hoped to have sort of kept a little bit closer to... Oh, that's a spin. Flasher.
Act Flasher, he's had a few spins tonight in qualifying.
Don't believe he's hit the wall, I don't think. Which is good for him. Yeah, DPV's lost another position, has he? Oh, that was...
Still around the outside of Paul into turn 1. He tries a little bit of switch back, and it's left Paul vulnerable now because he's out of that DRS range of Fusion Gamer, so we might see a move up to P2 here.
I have a funny thing, this is a battle we're going to be watching for the season, these two.
There he goes, easy as it like.
Paul has got
Podgy
the
a chance to
advantage
the gap
there.
as well.
Paul and Fusion seem to have conserved their ERS a bit better than Podgy and Dylan so far, by the looks of it. A lot of varied ERS numbers across the board.
Koenig is one of these saving his ERS, managing it very well. He's got 80%. He's on the back of DPV. Actually, it looks like he's struggling a bit for race pace. He's not on it tonight, whereas I thought he might be. Scotty picks up his second time penalty, track limit warners. And we lose Richie Chapel in this one. Might be a safety car.
It is, yes.
Poe.
That's a full safety car. Will we see Bio ditch these hards, I'm thinking?
Oh yeah, I know, I've done that many times, Richie, into that wall. that's my first one on this track.
That's where we saw Paloma DNF in quali, but they DNF on the inside of the corner.
Yeah. So what is the strategy here? You're going to get one set of mediums, one set of hards.
Fusion stays at the front 4, 5, 6. Scott's going to take a gamble.
Coming in. DPV follow him in.
We won't
Bio
go
will
for
stay out
hards now.
probably. No, Bio coming in, so he must be going for softs, I reckon. There's no point unless he goes for the medium soft from here.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Scott go for the
Or
hards and
DPV
try and...
on the softs.
No, Scott's gone for soft as
So-
well.
Yeah, so mixing up the strategy. I just said I don't know because I haven't been around, hadn't had a race around this track, but I'd have thought hards would last to the end.
I'd take the gamble if I was racing, yeah. And Poe's coming 3 laps ago. No, a lap ago for hards, and he's coming again. That safety car come at a bad time for him, I think. Just takes a gamble on the pits, and then he has to pit again. For mediums, I'd probably expect.
Yeah,
Is
good mediums.
running car number 66 this season. Don't know if that's paying tribute to Trent Alexander-Arnold, maybe? I'm not sure what team he supports.
I think he's. I think it's like a lower league team, like something like Port Vale. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I believe so, because they done well at the back end of last season, I think.
Yeah. So the order now is Fugate still leads. Dylan, Paul as they were. Podgy, Audio Face, Woody Ketchup, Knitch are the only, or all the drivers who have not stopped. So actually, hasn't stopped. Scotty on the soft now. DPV also on the soft. So they'll be aggressive. On the restart. Hack Fashion P10 Bio now on the mediums. So hopefully he'll feel a bit more pacey. Keep up with these guys. Stingers now on the soft as well.
Interesting strategy that the softs, isn't it? I don't really know what they think's going to happen with those. Unless they're bagging on another safety car, but I don't really...
I can't imagine
They'll
the
go
soft lasting more than 5-6 laps.
Yeah, they'll go to about 11. They've still got 10 laps left, so... Interesting.
Poe confirmed Port Vale is his home club. Liverpool is his favourite team. So
Oh, I think Buyers pit again. Wrong tyre choice, maybe? I doubt it. I thought the mediums would probably... Maybe not go to... Well, they might go to the end, depending on how long the safety car. What
he's,
time was he go?
he's got
Wing
the wing
change.
change coming up. So.
Might have made contact with someone under the safety car. Or it might have been the exit of the pit lane. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't
Unless
think he got on with the
tried
hards
to get
that
it
much.
fixed last time and he didn't do it.
Yeah. I would have told him to keep the mediums on then.
I like his helmet design. It's quite good.
It's always nice to see the drivers come up with helmet designs for the season. See what they can play with. Not many helmets on the item shop at the minute. So they'll be
No.
playing around with the default ones.
Yeah, so the sauce is a bit confusing for me, but we'll see if it works. It will be a soft medium from here, I'd have thought.
Oh yeah, they definitely won't go to the end. It'd
Oh,
be,
just saying that though, they won't be fresh mediums for some of these guys, will it? Because they started on the mediums.
yeah, the only person to start on hards with fresh mediums would be Bio. So everyone, and on the soft runners obviously, they'll have a fresh set of mediums. But
Unless they're trying to stretch it out to a soft potentially, but I don't know.
I think you'd have to
don't
hope
think
for
that'll
another
work.
safety car.
Yeah,
And even then,
we shall see.
if you go 5 laps, let's say, on the medium, or soft 6 laps, and then the safety car, they'd still be pretty worn towards the end of Grand Prix. You'd have to do about 8 laps on your second set. So,
Safety car coming in.
let's see if Fusion can get him off to a good start here. If he goes early. If I were him, well, what would you do if you were leading?
I'd probably set him off. I'd probably be a lot slower than the Fusion game is right now.
He's always
Safety car
catching the
go.
safety car.
And It's like if you game, just going to send them straight away. Well, looks of it, but I would send them just about here, just before the bus stop chicane.
You'll have to
So,
watch his
go
traction
round.
coming out of this chicane here and see how well he's warmed his tyres up.
And there we go. We are off and racing again. And we see an AlphaTauri wheel in the background. I think that might have been all over your face. Yeah, that was.
Dylan ahead of Paul. Oh wait, that happened before the safety car, didn't it?
Keep an eye on these soft runners, see how much grip they have.
See if
We saw
DPV
last
got an
night.
improved pace.
We saw last night Muddy Warrior, very good.
The two
Stick
Ferraris
mediums
getting
at the
quite
end.
close up through Radion. I think there's going to be a move there by Lime on his return. On his teammate, I don't think Joe can make it too much harder for him. He's being squeezed though. Only a stand-in tonight, Joe, and I think he's going to lose another position. That's a good move by Dan. An opportunist move.
Stingers goes to the move on Ackflash. He gets that one done for the final point position on the sauce.
And Twisted
Can
Dan
then
has
work.
lost it at the back end of the grid.
Oh, Dan.
Baby
There he
steps
goes
for
up there.
Twisted Dan, I think. I think he's improving little by little.
Front is that. Whoa!
Oh, that's
Poe's
Poe.
gone again. Let's put it on board. I was watching the battle in front of him with his teammate, and whoever it was, and then Poe lost it.
It was Joe and Dan. I don't think Poe would be very happy with himself. It's going to have to be a big race from Poe now if he's to get podium or
The yellow
points.
flag.
Oh,
That's
Kunin.
Kaninch, who's having a good race. Spun there out of turn 15, I think it is.
I don't think there's been too many things for the stewards yet. We might have missed a couple, but I
It's
think
been a
it's,
fairly clean race from what I've seen so far.
I think it's just mainly been self-errors more than coming togethers.
So we're on board there. Podgy goes a little bit deep and it's opened the door for all of your face to have a little run. US not enabled this lap, is it?
No, it'll be the next lap, I believe.
Or Podgy all got the line wrong up there. Cuts a corner, gets a 3-second time penalty for it, and all of face burning that ERS.
He might lose a position for it as well.
Yeah. Good angle. Camera. As usual, never gives me a good one until the car has passed. So that is Poe and Kinich in the pits for a wing change, I'd imagine.
Yep, I believe. Yep, Koenig on hards. Or are you going to go to the end now?
To open for another safety car, which is always a possibility. Scotty DPV not. Oh, still only 2 laps since the safety car, but not really too much inroads in there. Especially when these guys in the train and the DRS can be quite hard to overtake. You can see Scotty's faster against the Woody. There's Paul. Paul's had a spin at the same place as Kinich from P3.
That relieves the pressure on Dylan a bit. He'll now focus on the car in front of him, unless all over your face can catch up behind. If Podgy and Woody go too wide. Oh, that was good traction from Woody coming out of that chicane. As DPV has found himself a little bit of pace. He gets past Scott.
He gets past Stingers, but then Stingers get the switch back on him and they're side by side. They're going to go side by side with El Rouge. No, probably not.
Did some good
Backs off
racing
that
tonight.
one. And I think the battle lead is about to change because Dylan has the DRS. He goes for the inside line. He's going to be late at the brakes.
Oh, he
Here's
was
Dylan
confident
getting
there,
through.
wasn't he?
Yeah, good move there from Dylan, but he had a little bit of wiggle there.
That could have been.
Yeah,
Oh, Fusion's gone. Oh, and so's all over your face on the same corner. They both spun it. So Dylan
Wow.
has gained. Well, Paul spun out behind him, and the 2 people near him have spun out. So it's Just got a lot
down to
calmer.
13th, 14th place now. Those two.
That's a shame to see. That was a good battle.
Dan's making his way through the field now. He's up to P9.
Don't think it'll be the last time we see that little battle happen though. Maybe this race, but next week I'm sure it'll be the same thing.
Yeah, Dylan now in the clear by 3.4 seconds after his challenges. All his challenges spun off. Paul, all he faces another spinner. Who's that? That's DPV. He's gone as well at the same corner. A lot of cars struggling at turn 15 tonight.
We did say
Now
in
he's down to
practice
P12.
that out of the old corner.
Oh, in comes Dylan, leader.
I think it was a safe bet. Just cover the undercut.
Yep, Woody, Podgy.
It's around the pit window, so
Yeah, soft run is coming in as well, so that shows how rubbish the softs
yeah, they've
are.
done about 5 laps on them softs since the safety car, so about the right
So
time.
Oh, no, yellow flag. It's twisted down again, I think.
All hards, I
It is
expect
now.
now.
Yep. Looks that way. So Paloma now leads the race for the first time in 7GR. His debut. Of course, he's got to do another pit stop. Actually, he's done 5 laps on these mediums. Could be a gamble going to the end, but be worth taking. Dan's now up to P2. And Bio.
Oh, that's a curse.
Oh,
that's a
and then
big
Bio.
accident. Oh, Bio won't be very happy
Bio
with
out of this Corby. That could be a safety car. He's right on the track.
It is a
and yes,
safety
it is.
car. And Paloma's the big winner here. By staying out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Indeed.
there's another curse. Paloma just lost it.
Well, he should be okay still. Lucky there's a safety car, but
I think they may have just lost that advantage they would have had.
depends if he's got that delta or not. He might be able to push a little bit. But yeah, but I don't know why. Why did he not ghost?
I know the
Crashed
ghosting
anyway, was it?
system's a little bit late this year. I've had it in a few ranked races. It's just a little bit late to react.
Who was it? Was it Dan's who spun, wasn't it?
Yes, who will probably have side pod
Yeah.
damage, I expect, after that big shunt,
Yeah.
which is awful to drive with. It's worse than front wing damage.
Yeah, very, very unlucky there for Bio, but he can't do anything about that. Must have expected him to ghost and just ended up exploding, so in comes Paloma then.
That's a shame for Bio, because I think he was doing alright after that safety car. He sort of found a bit of a rhythm.
Yeah,
DPV coming in
Dan's
as
is going to
expected.
stay out, so he'll be in the lead of this race now.
I doubt Dan can take those hards to the end, can he? What's he got to do on
Yeah.
them? About 9-8 laps?
Yeah. Dylan back up to P2. Really catch up on a good strategy as well. Now in the podium places. Joe's found himself in P4 somehow.
He'd be loving that.
Paloma rejoins the race in P6, so not too bad. P5 and 6 for the Haas team. Looking good.
Still a good safety car, even though the spin. The Paloma.
Yeah, I don't
Still.
think we're getting too many positions.
I think Fresh might want an invite. If we can get him in the stream. Get a view under this safety car.
And now we have Mr. Fresh in the comms box joining us
Oh, board.
halfway through the race. Tell us what happened then.
Did you not see him, Sting?
It was the death corner, wasn't it? Coming out of sector 2.
So,
Turn 15.
purple sector 2 on qualifying. Lost it on that final corner there for the last straight. Started the race on softs, went aggressive, climbed, was it 8 positions? And lost it again on the exact same corner.
Yeah, you had a really good start, didn't you?
lost on the exact same corner. So I've been playing technician for Paul, but eventually he spun on that corner as well. So it's a bad corner for Red Bull apparently.
It's a bad corner for everyone by the looks of it. Many people losing it.
But, well, hang on a minute. How the hell did Dance get up to P1? When did that happen?
He's decided to keep it out on track. As,
Everyone on the hards. Everyone on the hards except for Lions on the softs and Poe on the softs. That is a bad move for those two.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Poe's doing, to be fair, on the softs.
yeah, the softs aren't a good race tyre today.
I mean, by the time he even catches
Only
up
for
to the
5
safety
laps.
car, he's only got like 2 laps left. He's so far behind.
Depends on how
Good,
hard
I mean,
he pushes on them softs as well.
Paul said the same thing. The softs are only going to last for 5 laps. Is it really worth it? But I had to get past those back markers, and I did. Within, I think, the pit straight.
I think off the start, the softs were a good idea, but not anywhere.
No, they were a great idea in general. I got too much curb and lost it.
Oh, he ain't going to now.
If you'd have thought about it,
Yeah, I know
unfortunately,
Poe's
Pete
watching the
did
stream,
bring it
so
up.
he's literally listening to us.
right as that safety car, the first safety car hit is when I would have had to have pit. So I actually nailed that, but unfortunately I wasn't there to
No,
take
Poe,
advantage.
what are you doing on the hards?
Used hard.
You'll go for the
stuff hards
mediums,
as well.
Poe.
That is a better
Well,
strategy,
you only
I
get
think.
remember you only get one set of mediums now. That's what really
Yep.
screwed up my my strategy because I was going to go soft, medium, medium, but you only get the one set of mediums now for reasons that I do not understand.
Yeah, it's not nice. The sort of screw strategies a bit.
So much has changed with this game. I just don't understand.
Yeah,
You get 4 softs in qualifying, which I understand because no one's going to use mediums now.
well, yeah, you're not allowed, I don't think.
No, you're not even allowed to use mediums, which I don't particularly like. I feel like everyone should be entitled to make a mistake. But you get 4 sets of softs, so that gives you plenty of softs to play with in the race. But you only get the 1 set of mediums for the race.
Only a certain amount of drivers
like
without
that.
a penalty here in the top 10.
I think I like that strategy because when the safety car comes out, you got a decision to make. It before you're just like, yep, just go in the pits, get the fresh tyres on. But now you got to think, can your one set of mediums or one set of hards go to the end now?
Yeah, I suppose there is that. There is that.
Throws up some more different results, which I like to see. A few of the drivers who might not necessarily be fighting for the podium are up there.
I bet this isn't the top 3 that you'd have seen coming.
Well, David saw with Dylan, all Dylan challenges pretty much spun off. He had a pole spin first, and then
Sanders
just behind
people.
all your face.
It's looking like a good day for Haas.
Fusion, pole.
Fusion Gamer, yeah.
Yeah.
I
The,
did
the
see
curse is
Fusion
working
Games.
for Dylan today, it seems. Although we've still got 9 laps left. So.
When I was being race engineer for Paul, Dylan was using an excessive amount of ERS.
He was, yes, we've noticed that. But
Yep.
if I was
Find
him,
a way
I
again.
wouldn't now, because he's got. Look at the 4 drivers around him.
Front three got a very good
in
start.
the pits.
Joe
Yeah.
getting overtaken by
Oh,
Podgy
I think
side by
Scott's
side.
just lost out. Oh, he has, yeah.
Lions on the
Trying to
soft,
put his team
he's
in
going to be looking. No, he backs out. That's the wise decision there. Get him on the straight, and I'm sure he will.
I think that's a difference in setups there. That straight line
Oh,
speed
no,
is
yeah. Scotty's actually
All of your
pulling
faces
away.
coming too. There we go. Joe losing 3 places off the start there for Podgy, Loma, and all of your face.
It's looking
Ooh,
a brilliant
that's
day
wide.
for Haas. I don't think any of us had Haas down as a particularly good team. No offense to either driver.
Wait a minute, what's Poe done? Is he pitted again?
Mm-hmm.
What's he doing?
I did say
We were
Oh, sorry.
we were unsure on Paloma, weren't we? Oh, yeah, Paloma on their debut. We're not sure on the pace of them, but I think Haas
Will he
could be a
catch up?
good. Haas could be a good shout for the championship now. Maybe if they can keep
Woody
P4, P5
Dan,
challenge.
P2. Dylan making a considerable gap. Is he burning that ERS? No, not particularly. He's keeping on par with everyone else, the ERS.
I think Dan's may have held up Woody Ketchup with the old tyres. That might be where the gaps come from.
Oh,
The
yeah,
yellow
spinner.
flags.
10-14, it is Lions in the wall.
Facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
think that might be wing damage.
Looking brilliant.
Podgy going for a move to the bus stop chicane on Dan's. Outbreaks him. Gets that move done.
Very nice.
Well, this is
move.
interesting. I mean,
It's
It was
one
of
wide
these-
though, so Dan's going to be coming back.
a top pick. I think the top pick that any of us had was all over your face, and he's down to 6th. So it's a very interesting race.
I think the track's
Battle
throwing up.
between Podgy
He's
and
He's
Dan's
now
here.
coming under pressure from DPV. No, Joe.
Joe.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. Sanders.
They're all in.
I'm not going to try and say Josper.
DPV's going for a move on Stereo.
Here comes Podgy again, this time for Paloma to see if he can follow his teammate through.
Around the
Oh,
outside.
Lions is finally
It's
to the retires out in the pitch. Yes, it is.
Yeah, he got a drive through. Got penalties he came into the pits there as well. So
Should we bring back the entire pre-show, or would it be too much?
Nah, it'd be too much.
I'm sure Bio will tell us next week what's happened.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure Luke is probably too upset to talk about
We did
right
catch
now,
it on
so-
stream, to be honest. We did catch it on
Yeah, you did,
stream,
yeah.
so it was a very unfortunate one. You can't do anything about that.
Same place as me.
No, it wasn't. No, it was just ending sector 1 up the Kettle Straight. Through a chicane, Fusion loses it. I believe it was Fusion. No, it was Dan. Dan lost it and didn't go.
Which
From
one?
Bio drove Dan's man. Bio drove straight into his car. And
Looking like quite the battle here with all of your face Dan's and that name.
DPV as well.
Because he picks up his penalty.
He's gonna get the move done, is he not? Ooh, might get
Oh,
turned
and
in on.
Sanders is
Yeah,
back
that's
there,
good
and Scott
driving.
is there as well, and Paul is short behind. This is quite the battle here, from between 4th to 10th, to be honest, if you count Paul in that, which...
Oh, that's a dive from Joe. Is that indeed damage or so the DPV? I don't think it's damage. Don't believe- That's too wide up on Rouge. Are they going to get through? Yes, they have.
Almost
That's
three
good
wide.
racing.
Yes, they're
Not-
going to go 3 wide on the Camel Strays.
Oh, there's your
Contact
teammate
4
fresh.
wide almost.
Look at Paul,
That's
he's
Joe.
gained. That's a big move.
Slice of through wall.
This is brilliant racing. Tier 3 have set the bar high this evening with their standard of racing.
I really wish I could be a part of it.
The penalties might let them down, but the racing on track is brilliant.
I'm not looking at penalties yet. All I know is that Pete and Paul don't have one.
And Paloma as well. So if they can catch
Yeah,
up
but I wasn't
to
that
the
high,
2
yeah.
cars in front,
And Dylan as well,
Yeah.
to be honest. Dylan is... He's not extending the gap.
he's sort of maintaining it, isn't he?
Woody Ketchup isn't under pressure, so that's somewhat to be expected.
We have a spin up, that's DPV. Someone's losing
DPV.
positions.
Kunich. Wow.
I think
To P13.
the track has hindered many people's races today. I think if we get a
You know what?
steady
the
track.
actually isn't that bad to race on. I don't know if you have it in your calendar, but it's not that bad.
I'm not too sure, but if I do, then I'll make sure to put a lot of practice in.
So
after
the corner that I
this
spun
tonight.
out on is quite lethal, but other than that, it's not that bad. Radion is, you can pretty much take that flat out with the setup that I know that you have, because I used your setup.
No, tier 2 don't have. Oh,
That is true.
tier 1 do though.
DRS on his teammate Podgy. Staking a claim here for full time potentially. He's done a very good race in this first one. As he goes to the move on his teammate. Careful here.
Oh, yeah.
It's precious points to Haas. 3 and 4 minute.
Hassan is blinded today. Dylan is just carrying the Alpine team at this point. I'm hoping that maybe Paul can just save my team a little bit more points. I think he is gaining ground on Follow Your Face. No, he might actually be losing a bit of ground. He's got very little
He's out of the ERS,
but then
so-
everyone has little ERS except for Paloma, who has 56%.
Been a good drive from Paloma
Everyone
today,
else
other
is
than that
around
mistake under the safety
20%.
car.
Dan's man has got 40%, pretty good for him. But most people are on about 20%-ish ERS.
Oh, the flags, and that's Poe at the
Poe
back.
again, I think.
What could have been for
Would he
Poe
catch
today, I
up?
think?
Just ever so slightly catching up to Dylan. Oh,
Oh, a Flash is
two
out as
tenths
well.
a lap, I'd say.
He's not out, but he's crashed. As Pete makes up a position through someone else's advantage.
Okay, Poe's got a good run here. Can he get moved done at turn 1? Looks like he's going for it down the inside and comes into the podium positions.
Dan's has finally
On
decided
the
to
outside.
No
get rid
team
of
orders
those
in
mediums.
Haas. You got a feel for the people that race in Haas. That is a horrible engine noise.
We are faced now in the DRS range, but he is pretty much out of ERS, so I don't think he'll be able to hold on for too long.
Interesting in that at Haas, isn't it? You thought it was their first race together, they might give each other a little bit more space. But starting you think
It's
there's
been good fair racing. Fusion Gamer, another one who's closing the gap to Scotty for P7. DPV is about to say he's just
Yeah,
behind him, but he has now spun off and lost his wing.
that's where we
Very
saw
interesting.
Loma
As
losing
Coonan's
it, probably.
climbs up into the 10th spot.
He's in the points.
That is a very interesting top 10. You and Luke seem to have nailed it with, I mean, he could still spin with 4 laps to go, but
We've seen it
3
happen
laps
before,
ago.
haven't we? We've
I
seen
mean,
it
yeah, you
happen.
could get overexcited like a certain someone and crash into the wall right before the line. But
Or Woody Ketchup could find some pace as Poe's span again. Woody Ketchup, I think,
Woody
will
Ketchup
be.
hasn't made really any ground. He seems to be just sitting.
He's done
at
better
that-
this
oh, no.
lap. He's caught quite a bit this lap,
2 tenths
actually.
there. I don't know if Dylan made a mistake.
He has got a penalty though. That's the only
I would
thing.
say if Dylan and Woody Ketchup, he has got a penalty. What was the penalty? Let me finally look at this. Oh, Woody
think-
Ketchup does have 6 seconds.
Oh, if that was 3, he could probably pressure Dylan into making a mistake and getting a
Paloma
penalty.
is
But
looking good for second place here. If he can just keep the gap as it is.
5/10 the gap. So
I
it'll
don't
have
think
to
he's keeping the gap, he's closing the gap.
Ooh.
Well, you know, we have flag. That's Poe again, he's really struggling tonight.
If I were Poe, I think I'd probably bring it into the pits and call it a day.
I mean,
Not really long enough for a safety
3 laps
car.
to go, you might as well finish the race. You might as well have the pride of saying.
Oh,
finish
Fusion
the
Gamer
race.
going for the move on Scotty. That was a late move, but just about gets it done.
Scotty might be looking at coming back in here. Is he going to go for a dive? Not really the place where you make overtakes, but he's going to try and make it happen.
That was a really good move there from Scotty.
I mean, when you've got 6 seconds. Racing for pride
That's
here
what-
today at Belgium.
That's what I was a bit surprised. Fusion Gamer went for that move there. Quite late. No penalties, didn't need to make the move.
My teammate Paul
Woody
with
Ketchup.
3 seconds penalties, which leaves him with 3. He could be up to 4th. If
He's
he
got the pace
keeps
to
the
catch
gap.
these boys in a couple of laps as well, I think.
His
Yellow
ERS
flag,
is
Poe
low,
again.
and so is everyone else's, and they are all still burning their
And
way.
Poe's DNF'd in the pits.
Unlucky Poe.
I think he'll take a look at this race and try and forget it as quickly as possible.
I reckon there's a few people that might have that outlook on it. Got the likes of DPV, Ackflasher, myself.
I think
Poe.
Bio will be a bit disappointed as it wasn't really his fault.
I think almost all of
Yeah.
the favourites here have not particularly done well, except for Dylan and Woody Ketchup.
I think Paul's given it a good
Yeah.
shot.
Paul
Podgy
had a
as well,
very
down a good
important
race.
spin where he span and then over-revved it and span again.
This is a good battle
Very
by
unfortunate.
Fusion and Scott, although Fusion hasn't really chose. Oh, actually, pulling off to the right.
Very bad lineup for Belle Rouge. Scotty's going to get moved done very easy here.
Fusion
of
hasn't really
course,
chosen his
just have the
overtaking
Italians.
spots the best here.
I'd say the one to watch here is Paloma, because if he can just get rid of those 3 temps, he can get second place.
This is a good battle from
He
Scott
is.
and Fusion here. They're being very respectful. I know
Did
Scott's got the
mention
penalty.
Paloma
but-
closing the gap, but seems either made a mistake or fallen back. Actually, it's probably because Woody Ketch is now in the DRS range of Dylan, so he's gone away with that.
I highly doubt Woody Ketchup is going to make up 6 seconds in the next 2 laps, but it's been a good drive
found-
for Woody. It's
He's
been
found a bit of pace.
I'm calling it
and
now.
it's
My
hard.
driver of the day is just Dylan. I'm sure you two will probably agree.
I'm gonna go Paloma because none of us expected
Yeah,
it.
I was going to say Paloma.
Although
Well,
we've still got 2
didn't
laps
expect it 'cause we've
left,
never
so I
seen
think
him drive
we're.
before.
I think we're. It's a good debut from Paloma though. After
It's a very
after
good debut.
poor
It's probably
quality.
one of the best debuts we've seen.
But
I'm going to throw this out there and say that it is the best debut we've seen in Tier 3.
I think Unknown won on his baby though. So
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you could argue that Unknown probably never really should have been in Tier 3.
There is a change of the lead on track. Just missed that one in the
I
turn
don't
one,
think
but
Joe's had
I
a
don't
bad
think Dylan-
debut either. He has
just
just
worried
been
about
overtaking, but
Just on one of
just in the point.
He's very in the
He'll
points.
he'll
He's
probably
ever behind
score a
Scott,
point here
equal
if he
or
doesn't.
more penalties than him.
He score a point here if he doesn't concentrate.
and then comes Dylan to retake that lead potentially. Woody Ketchup's not going to make it easy for him because that's what he needs to do if he has any chance of winning.
Woody Ketchup's got to play this smart
He needs
because
to
if
make-
they battle too hard, Paloma's going to catch up and get second place here.
It's good
And
overtake there
Podgy
by Dylan.
won't be close enough.
I don't want to curse, but at the same time it would be funny if I did. No offense to him. But he's got
I
no
feel such a
penalty
humour.
points, and he hasn't spun.
I do remember collecting Finley in season 5 rounds France. I think that's the only crash he's had. It wasn't really a crash, it's just coming together. It's finished through one up the inside in turn 1. Dylan. That's,
I know,
that's
he's
the
had
only
one now.
it's the only incident I remember him having.
Me and Dylan had a incident at Mexico. I believe it was season 4.
Oh,
Back
that's a
when
long time ago.
God rest his soul, Will LFC was with us.
Dylan's best friend, I believe.
Another yellow flag. That's turn 14 this time. That
Oh,
is
Paul.
is it?
Yeah.
Ah, Paul.
Paul, no.
And that means he's going to be
Oh,
on the
Paloma.
Fusion.
Paloma's made a big mistake. He's lost
Paul
2
was
places.
on it there to get fourth. He was on it. He had.
We've cursed
penalties.
Paloma. We have cursed Paloma.
I'm not sure what's happened there.
Oh, no,
Strange place
Paloma-
to make a mistake.
Paloma will probably still get the 2 in front of them though, so. And
Oh,
final
Paul
lap.
is still losing positions. No, Paul.
Oh, we've lost it. And that'll make him fall outside. No, it'd be still be in the points. Joe up into P9 now. There's 2 points for him.
Well,
He'd be happy with that.
Net P10.
There comes Woody Ketchup again to take the lead on track.
Although you face go for a move on
Dylan
Podgy.
breaks later and defends that very nicely.
Love your face does get past Podgy on the straight. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can.
It's been a good drive from all over your face. A bit
Yeah,
under
well,
the radar, I
unfortunately,
feel.
Podgy is going to get that back at the end of the race, down to the time penalties unless Podgy spins. Which...
Have to bring
Kalic
up.
as well, who's had a few spins. He's now back in the points. P8. No penalties as well. He's got Scotty just ahead of him.
I do believe Koenig
he's
had a
looking like
flip
P7.
for us. He seemed rather frustrated at some point.
I'm not sure what happened earlier.
Oh,
There's another spin.
someone
I
at
think
the-
that's Akflasher.
I think
Nice
it
to have
is.
gone round again.
Yep. Oh, we nearly lost it again. DPV's going to make a move on
He's going to
Twisted
make a
here.
move on Twisted Dan, who you can tell is not prepared. Can he do it? Has he got that straight line speed? Yeah, he's got
He's
that.
just got the later braking, hasn't he? Twisted
we go.
Dan.
Here comes
well done,
Dylan
Dylan.
then,
The
coming
man
round
who
the
thought
last
would be
2
a podium
corners.
race. Coming home and 13th.
And he has made it. No
Special shout out
penalties.
to
A really good drive from
Paloma,
Dylan.
Fusion Gamer,
That was a
and
good drive
Kunich,
from
who
Dylan.
finished the race with no penalties. Oh, and Dylan, sorry.
Woody Ketchup
I
finished
take a flag,
second.
I've still
It's
that.
a really good podium for him. Claudia Face, does he keep on the podium? De Paloma had a really don't have De Paloma at the end there, but he does finish P4.
Was Haas
Lost a bit of pace at
third
the
and
end.
fourth? That's a brilliant day for
Game at
Haas.
6th. He does move up to P7.
Who was the
Scotty
original
down
Haas
to
driver?
P9, Paul back up to P8. And then Joe picks up the last point of the day. Dan's coming home. P11 for him. Fletcher P12. Oh, P11. So, down the penalties. And DPV's had a very poor day, lots of spins. Unfortunately. And he
Driver of the day?
P13.
Oh,
Ketchup.
twisted
Oh,
loses it.
it gives us one more spin.
He's doing it for the fans.
Yeah, Woody Ketchup for me. I know he was about P14 on the grid. I think he was at the start. I'll have a look in a second.
Not driver of the day, but I'm going to give a special mention to Joe Sanders there. I think that's a good drive from him.
Sanders gets the honourable mention there. Debut.
But definitely
Not
driver
a
of the day for Woody
particularly good
Ketchup.
driver. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but he's done very well.
I'm sure he'll us to point out better than Bio. Albeit not
Well,
through Bio's fault.
Everyone on the track did better than me, so. No, my driver of the day personally has to go to Dylan. That's just a flawless performance from no penalty, no time penalties. Just there, battling it out throughout.
If Woody Ketchup didn't get those time penalties, he could have been fighting for the race win there, so another good drive from him.
Unfortunately, not getting time penalties is a part of the race, as Jake will tell you. That's
Yeah,
a very
that's the way it
strong
goes.
point of Jake's racing, is keeping it clean, and it does work.
Cookie Crumble TV with a fast lap. Sort of on the radar. Wait. But
No, we will not.
we forgot about the fastest lap within all that action.
Yeah, DPV got that in the end. So there is the classifications. Fresh, do you want to run down the grid order for us?
So, the race winner today is Dylan 7GR. Very well deserved. Woody Ketchup, who did a very good race. Time penalties let him down a little bit there. Podgy Porter comes in third to round off the podium. Paloma, debut, fourth. Brilliant race from him. Olivia Face, fifth. Fusion Gamer, sixth. Kunich, seventh. Paul, eighth. Scott, ninth. And Sanders, on his debut, gets that 1 point in 10th. Act Flasher, Dan's Man, DPV, and Twisted Dan round off with the top 14. I believe anyone blew that. DNF'd, I tell because I couldn't scroll down.
Yeah.
I got to give him that. I think that's the best tier 3 race we've had in quite a while. The spin sort of ruined it a little bit, but
I don't think
well,
any
there's
of us
always
saw
next
that
week,
coming.
isn't there?
I certainly didn't. Next week we have, bear with me a second,
What track have we got next week?
Singapore for tier 3 next week.
Bio did say he was
I said
quite
down.
confident.
That's a downer. Why is that a downer, Jake?
I just don't like Singapore.
We may
I
see
love
a
Singapore.
few
I don't know if I
DNFs.
like Singapore on this game though.
The cars are, well, they're not great through the lower speed corners, and there's a few around Singapore, isn't there? So
It
put
will
your
be a very
practice in tier
interesting
3,
race.
boys.
But next up
Put your
on
practice
7GR, we have Canada in tier
Canada.
1.
That'll be a good
personal
race.
favourite
Easy
track of
evening.
mine, but I'd imagine not a lot of people in tier 1 like that track.
I think Benster said he was looking forward to it, but Rain was on the other end of the scale.
I
But-
enjoy Canada. That's one of my best
Apart
tracks.
from
I
that,
think.
you've got back Benster. He had a brilliant round 1.
Win on his debut, I believe.
Was that a win? It was a win, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you mentioned
Rain just couldn't
best
create
debut
that
ever.
gap.
I think that was one of the best.
Well, seeing as we've mentioned the other two, let's talk about Tier 2. On Wednesday next week, we have
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. Is that a good one for you, Joe?
Put some laps in earlier. It's the new banked corner, which is getting me at the minute. But
I have
with
I have my
practice,
own
I'm sure it'll
opinions
line
on what
out.
they've done to that track.
Me and Winnets will be back strong next week in the McLaren, so shut
Yes,
up
you and Mr.
that,
Winston.
that Red Bull. Shut up that Red Bull partnership. Not so much Toto, just for me.
So I think we'll end it there then. Thank you two for coming on for comms with me. Like I said, next week Canada is our next one at Tier 1. So hopefully you join us out. I've got the pre-show just before as well. So thank you all for watching and a good night.
Bye bye.